Let's do it.
Alrighty, hello, everybody. My name's Ryan Bennell, and alongside me is Elijah Span, and you are listening to the Going the Distance podcast. Today is October 19th. It's episode 47. We're inching closer and closer to that big 5-0 mark. We got to do something special for that 50th episode. We'll plan that out soon, so stay tuned for that. But first, we're going to be talking about a bunch of football antics today before we get into our full NBA season predictions. The NBA season just tipped off about an hour and a half before we went live. Currently, the Bucks, as Elijah was telling me, are creaming the Nets. You know, in basketball, though, anything can happen. So we don't know the final score yet. We probably will by the end of the game. And then the Lakers are also playing the Warriors tonight. We're going to touch on the MLB playoffs a little bit and then round it off with Love It or Loathe It, as always. But this is somewhat of a special episode because we will be joined by Colton Jacob Bison. You may recognize him from some of our older episodes where we talk about basketball and UFC. Man's knows his stuff, so he's going to come on here and talk some NBA, make some predictions with us. And yeah, so make sure to follow us on social media over at GTD_sports on everything other than TikTok. We are at GTDsports.com. You can see on the screen our personal accounts. I'm at Ryan Bennell 8 and Elijah is at Elijah Span 19. And last but not least, subscribe to the GTD Sports newsletter, which you can find on our website to keep up with email notifications on all new episodes and all that jazz. Damn, that was a breathful. So I'm going to hand it over now to Elijah for we're going to start off with our highlight and low light from this past weekend of sports. Elijah, what you got?
My highlight of the week was definitely watching the Cowboys game with friends. I was in town this weekend, or I was back home and in Fort Worth, and I got to see the Cowboys game with a bunch of buddies of mine. And it was fun to watch it with friends because I've been watching the games by myself and I kind of forgot. It's been a year since I've been able to do that. And it's just definitely a really good game to watch it. Cowboys Pats, going crazy, roller coaster of emotions there.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game.
Yeah. And so I don't know. It was just good to catch it with other fans. So yeah. And then low light. So I deleted TikTok a week and a half ago. And my productivity has increased a lot. But the reason why it's a low light is because how did I let a video app dictate how productive I am on a week-to-week basis?
I saw that whenever we were about to start the episode. I saw that you had written that in there, and it made me think I've been thinking the same kind of shit. I'll be spending an hour on TikTok, and I'll just be like, dude, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
I just wasted an hour, bro. An hour of life. And
it sucks you in.
It does, bro. You just can't stop scrolling because the next video could be fucking hilarious. You never know. Or it could be something really cool that you want to. Yeah, dude, I don't know. There's definitely got to be some studies on it and stuff.
I also definitely get a little bit of a social high when I swipe up on a video too soon because it's fuck you, I'm better than you. I'm not going to watch your video.
What do you mean? Wait, what?
Just a feeling of superiority a little bit of you're dumb. Don't want to view your video.
Don't give them the stats.
I don't want to give them the stats. So it's all because you'll do it and you'll wake up, you'll be like, all right, I'm gonna spend I don't know 5 minutes on TikTok or whatever, and then 45 minutes later you're like, oh, I haven't got up out of bed. I woke up at 10 o'clock. It's 11:30.
Bro, especially because now they added 3-minute videos instead of just 60-second videos. Sometimes, bro, I'll just get sucked in on some story about a second-string quarterback in Wazoo, Montana that broke his leg. Some crazy, I don't know, some random shit.
Or some stupid geographic shit that's a really a 9-minute YouTube video, but it's in 8 different parts, and you're I have to watch all of these.
Yeah,
sucked in.
Yeah, exactly. I've been thinking about the same thing though, whether or not that would be beneficial for me. But see, the dilemma for me is that it's TikToks. Literally my job partially. I do the GTD TikTok, and then I also literally have an internship doing the Barstool TCU TikTok. So
that's right.
I kind of have to.
Yeah, it's I'm glad I deleted it because I definitely, if I had it when I start my job, it would not be good. But yeah.
I need to just set I don't know, limit myself. Or honestly, if I could just use TikTok to make TikToks, that would be great. But see, another dilemma is that
You
like
catch on the trends.
I was about to say, yes, the trends, and also like half of my inspiration comes from like watching somebody else's TikTok, and I'll like hear the sound and I'll be like, I could use like that audio and apply it to this type thing, So it would be a lot harder to come up with ideas too if I stopped using TikTok. Damn. That got deep, bro. That got deep, man. You got me thinking like existential shit, man.
All right. Let's hear yours.
My highlight was probably had to be I hit on Sunday Night Football. I was down bad, all right? I was down like, let me think, like at least 12 units on the week, which was like the first time I had lost in, I'd say 3-4 weeks. I've been honestly doing pretty good with football.
Nice.
But that was the situation. And on Sunday Night Football, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Geno Smith is better than Big Ben. So I threw 6 units. I should have honestly just gone all in and made it all back, but I was scared. So I threw 6 units on Geno Smith and the Seahawks +6, and they covered, which was beautiful. So that was my highlight.
That's sweaty.
It was sweaty as fuck, bro. They were down 14-0, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, dude. I knew they would come back eventually.
I had an interesting week gambling because I was like up like 5 units, and then I was up then I went down to even, and then I went up 3 units, and then I went up a little bit more, and then I went down to like 1 unit on the week. So it's a roller coaster of emotions.
Dude, but sometimes those roller coasters, I enjoy as long as that roller coaster ends like somewhere in the green, or just, even if it's flat, like 0, you don't make anything, don't lose anything. That roller coaster is so much fun to me, which is probably a bad thing, but it's amazing.
Thrill.
It's the thrill. Yes, exactly. Makes watching sports so much better. It also makes you a better sport. Actually, no, this just sounds like I'm telling people to gamble. So let's get off the gambling topic. All right. Anyway, my low light of the weekend was I had to, for the first time in a while, I had to miss the Bengals game. And if you've listened to our podcast before, you would know I'm a Bengals fan. Joe Burrow, absolutely, except for that interception, we don't need to talk about that. Absolutely shit on the Lions. We had I think it was a 24-point win or 23-point win. So big win, even though it's the Lions, I don't care. But low light was that I had to miss it. I couldn't watch it. I was out getting absolutely roasted by the sun at a Ultimate Frisbee tournament. So, but I guess this could be another highlight. The TCU Ultimate Frisbee team made regionals for the first time in like 10 years or something.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah, we ended Tech's season. Fuck Texas Tech.
Yeah, that's always good to end it in no matter the sport because they don't deserve it.
Exactly. They're dickheads, bro.
Lubbock sucks.
All right, enough about Ultimate Frisbee. Let's talk about some real sports. Football time. It was some football antics went down this weekend. It was honestly best way I can describe it is a meme-worthy weekend. There was a lot of funny shit that happened. First off, my absolute favorite thing. This is just hilarious to me. It gets worse and worse as it goes on. So if you don't know about the Coach O situation, he's Coach Orgeron, coach of LSU, just won the national championship 2 years ago, literally 21 months ago. And now he's being fired. He's going to finish the end of the season, but he will be fired at the end of this year. Not going to be with LSU anymore. He had a huge fallout with the administration. It started at the beginning of the season. Actually, it started last season even. So they had that crazy 15-0 year, probably arguably the best college football team of all time. The 15-0 LSU, they're one of the best.
That's definitely one of the wagons.
Yeah, and now fast forward, like the last 2 years, LSU have been showing like they've been struggling, like very much so. And last year you could maybe blame it on COVID, but other teams dealt with the same thing and they found a way to win. But a lot of it now that's coming out it was really Coach O. So it started like this year after they lost to UCLA in their season opener. He literally told the team, I'm a grown man. They can come fire my ass if they want to. It's like, okay, well, why would you say that? Like, so that's not really something you should say to your team. Next, he kind of lost the locker room a little bit. I don't want to get into this too much because it's a whole nother conversation, but he publicly came out and said Trump is a great man and he's doing a great job. And his team did not like that. So, and that it's one thing, but to do it in public, like publicly, kind of like with his position is debatable. And then also apparently he was fucking throwing chairs behind closed doors in meetings and stuff. And worst of all, he covered up a sexual assault case. Darius Geist, I don't know the details on this one, but apparently Darius Geist sexually assaulted a 74-year-old woman.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
This is actually like I just now read that on the outline, and that's crazy. Darius Geist. I mean, we already knew Darius Geist was a bad guy, but holy shit.
Yeah, what the fuck? And then Coach O just didn't do anything about it so that he could play.
I mean, he was a beast.
He was very good, yes.
He's pretty good football. But yeah, no, that's awful. And then so tell me about this whole him chasing tail thing, because I've heard it for the first time that this is a story on Pardon My Take, but they didn't go into the full details. So fill me in on this too.
Yeah, so this is my favorite part about this whole thing. Like I said, it just keeps getting worse and worse the more we get into it. So basically, like you said, he's been chasing tail. He got divorced with his wife, Kelly, I believe is her name. Got divorced with his wife like a couple months after the national championship. And then ever since then, he's been bringing a new girl around the facilities and everything, like every few weeks, every month or so. It all started in 2020. He had a picture of him in bed, like shirtless, you could tell they were naked, with a much, much younger woman, like in her 20s. And it was all consensual.
Like a co-ed?
I'm not sure, honestly, but she was pretty young. So, and it was all consensual. It was legal, but it's just fucking weird. And that picture kind of went viral on the internet. And then this one is probably my best. This is where it kind of went downhill for him. Is he was flirting with a woman at a gas station, and I could just imagine this in the Coach O voice. And she responded to him by saying, "I'm pregnant and I'm married." And he said, "Well, what does that matter?" And that woman turned out to be the wife of a highly ranked official at LSU.
I've heard that. I heard that part.
Yeah, so the worst part of this all is with his new girlfriends and everything. He would bring them around the facilities, around his team, and he would literally fucking let the girls' kids run drills with his players. Bro, you're running one of the top football programs in the country, and you have these, broads, I guess that's like a semi-respectful way of referring to random women that he brings along. The broad's kids just playing with your players? What?
Yeah, that's not cool. You can't have that. And it's especially LSU, like you were saying, maybe, I don't even know, this makes me think of something like Urban Meyer would do when he was coaching Bowling Green or something. Not Ed Orgeron coaching for LSU, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just that's I can't, the word for it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it, but I'm just kind of in disbelief. What a fall from grace for Coach O. After the national championship, he lived, breathed, was the spirit of the state of Louisiana and LSU football. And now he's I'm honestly shocked too. I didn't know about all this off the field stuff until recently.
Me neither. It just kind of came out with everything recently.
And so, but honestly, a lot of this off the field stuff you can't look at that and say that hasn't played a factor to the infield stuff either.
Oh, you know definitely not. Well, especially I get it. They lost Joe Burrow. They lost Justin Jefferson. But that drastic of a fall off is not common in college football after winning a national championship.
No, it's not. And then we thought, well, COVID, weird season, lost the greatest quarterback in program history. Give them the benefit of the doubt, but then they've been very lackluster this year. I will say that, so I was watching football at home, and my mom heard Coach O's voice for the first time, and she was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he will still never cease to amaze me with his speaking voice. But yeah, no, just what a fall from grace. I can't believe it.
That's kind of the wildest part about it. Yeah, because you're right. He literally, 24 months ago, he was America's sweetheart. Everybody loved him. There were so many jokes and memes about him on the Twitter sphere. Everybody loved the Coach O voice. I could listen to that man talk all day. It's fucking hilarious.
And it was all in good spirit too.
Exactly.
He was like a wholesome meme.
Yeah, exactly. Because he was such a good dude. I felt like thought, and he didn't really do anything wrong per se by chasing tail per se, but
Guy's
it's
having a
just
midlife
unprofessional.
crisis.
What?
He's having a midlife crisis.
Exactly. That's
very
literally what it
clearly-
seems
this
like
is-
after he got a divorce. Yeah.
This is like Coach O taking his thotties to LSU practice and letting their kids practice is like the equivalent of a middle-class man buying a Harley,
Exactly.
or a
That's what I was
jacked
about to
up
say.
truck.
I was just
It's
about to
the
say
same
next
thing.
up is he's going to buy a super expensive sports car, but I'm sure he already has a bunch of those, considering he was getting like $8 million a year.
Man, what a time to be a college football coach. You can be successful. I mean, you can sign multi-million, do good for like a couple years, and then suck, and then get fired, and then continue to get paid. What a time.
Yeah, actually, I don't even know
'Cause
what's going to happen with his contract. I think they have to buy it out.
They
'cause
gotta
he had 2 years left.
He's gonna get paid. He's gonna get his
Yeah.
money. And then but I don't know. Just thinking about all the college coaches around the Power Five alone, like what that salary amounts to. Because you could look at who was the guy that got fired at USC? Clay Helton.
Yeah.
At USC, Tom Herman at UT, now Edo. Those are like 3 very major programs that are going to be dishing out millions of dollars to coaches that have nothing to do with the program anymore.
Yeah, that's another thing too, is that it's going to be, I mean, the LSU coaching job is probably in the same category in that upper echelon as USC for positions.
Right.
So yeah, it's going to be really interesting now because there's already been so much talk around guys like Eric Bieniemy in the NFL, and then the hot coaches like Luke Fickell from Cincinnati in college football. Now there's 2 spots open, so that could be interesting.
I bet you USC is pissed.
Yeah, because now they have a lot more competition.
They have LSU to compete with, but
it's
in
the
USC
SEC
you
too.
could say, hey, you don't have to. Yeah, well, that's the thing I was about to say. Like, if you come with us, you don't have to play Alabama every year, and so
it could be a turnaround, like a turn away and a draw. Some coaches might want that, and then some coaches might not want that. There was already some rumors about Jimbo Fisher leaving for the LSU job, but he instantly shut it down and was like, "No, College Station's my home. I love it here." Yada yada. But that's what everybody says.
What is he supposed to say?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what everybody says.
So
Urban Meyer's gone, bro. What are you talking about? Urban Meyer's taken one of those spots.
I doubt that. I don't know. I don't think they want to hire Urban Meyer anymore after that. Who knows what's going to go on with that guy?
Got his first NFL dub. This weekend.
Yeah, good for him, I guess. I was not expecting that. That was a good game though.
I had Jags +3, made me happy. Now, anyway, but speaking of head coaches, moving on from that wild Coach O, I'm gonna definitely write a blog about that. Actually, probably try and have that up by tomorrow. But anyway, another college football head coach antics. Lane Kiffin this weekend. Did you see what went down at the Tennessee Ole Miss game with all the trash?
Yeah, I did. That was, yeah. Sorry, there was a little bit of a lag, but we're good now.
We're good.
So yeah, I saw the golf ball. That was the only thing I just thought of was like, who the fuck brings a golf ball to a football game?
Yeah, and it looked like a
that doesn't go in your pocket.
Yellow.
Oh, well, some golf you can buy golf balls yellow.
Well, I know.
Not all of them are driving range balls, but yeah, I was like, it does hurt people too. So I'm like, damn, like you're weird because like having a golf ball in your pocket all day is not comfortable. Like it's circular. You're probably wearing jeans because it's a football game. Like that's not comfortable. You're weird if you want to do that. Second off, you're an asshole because that hurts.
Yeah, dude, if he had hit him in the head, bro,
stinks.
like Lane Kiffin would have he would have been out of there, dude. He would have actually been hurt probably. Luckily, it like barely landed next to him or hit him in like the foot, I think. It wasn't
hit
that
him in
bad,
the head.
but...
Well, you were in the visor. The visor would have protected him, but like I don't know. If he got him in the face, like probably be bruised pretty bad.
Dude, yeah,
definitely a case for a lawsuit.
Yeah, well, I mean, how are they going to find who threw it though?
Oh, they always do.
They probably could
Especially,
actually with like the stadium cameras and shit. No, but it wasn't even just the golf ball, man. The Tennessee fans were throwing everything. There were pizza boxes, beer cans. I even saw a mustard bottle. Like, where the fuck did you get that from? Probably the concession stand. But still, you went out of your way to the concession stand to grab a mustard bottle and then back down just to throw it on the field at the Ole Miss players. They had to stop the game for 20 minutes, and they like thought about calling it because it was getting out of control. And there was literally less than a minute left in the game when all this happened.
Yeah, that's.
Shit
I
was
mean, I
wild.
knew. I think this is the first time Lane Kiffin has been back as a head coach to Tennessee, where he was a coach for 1 year before he left them to go to USC.
Yeah.
And they definitely that was like, God, that was maybe like 10 years ago now at this point.
I think it was
So
2009.
they're still definitely okay. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking like it's been like a decade, maybe more. And wow, like they're still carrying bad blood.
They're
Just from
still
that.
salty, bro.
Because Tennessee's honestly, well, they've sucked pretty much all the time since that. So maybe they blame him.
Well, I mean, he wasn't there long enough, I feel like, to be the downfall of the program. But yeah, it was his first time back in the stadium. What?
Maybe it's like the turning point of Tennessee football of like, well, like for recruiting, if their head coach is going to leave for USC after 1 year, like that place probably sucks. And then
that's true, but I feel like
spiraled.
Tennessee is also like a big enough and storied program enough to, they'll still bring in recruits. Plus, they're the state school in Tennessee, so that always is something. But no, yeah, it was his first time back, and my favorite part about this was, in classic Lane Kiffin fashion, on his way out, there was a bunch of fans, Tennessee fans, booing him. And he grabbed his visor and threw it up into the crowd as he ran into the locker room, kind of like as a last-minute middle finger. I love that.
Yeah, I like Lane Kiffin.
He's so funny.
I think he's funny.
Yeah,
I do.
He is so funny. They asked him too, like
a lot
after
of people.
The game. They were like, how do you feel right now, like to get away with the win? He goes, well, to be honest with you, I'm just happy to get out of here. Like we came away with the win. Don't really care how. I'm just happy I didn't get hit with these damn golf balls. Like, and then he holds it up.
Yeah, he had it on him. He's like, see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but switching over.
Okay, I'm going to refresh real quick.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, we're having a little bit of lag issues. But anyway, going from some funny shit now to some annoying bullshit, you could say. Don't really know how to describe it. But switching back over to the NFL from college football, Jackson Mahomes. We've talked about him on the podcast before. If you don't know who this is, it's obviously Patrick Mahomes' little brother. No, he is not an athlete. He is the exact opposite. He is a TikTok dance star who has made headlines recently for throwing water all over a Ravens fan. And most recently, he decided it would be a good idea the day that Washington was retiring Sean Taylor's number to dance on the fucking Sean Taylor Memorial on the field and post a TikTok of him dancing on it. What the fuck?
Yeah, so I mean, we talk about celebrities a lot and we talk about athletes a lot, and usually it's a lot of shit, but it's very rarely like, do I actually like have a genuine dislike for someone? I genuinely dislike Jackson Mahomes.
I used to give him the benefit of the doubt. I used to think maybe he's like just playing the troll, maybe playing that villain role because it's obviously worked out. He's gotten a lot more views, more popularity. And it seems like that's his, his realm is social media, whereas, Patrick does athletics. So I used to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, maybe he's just trying to, chase the bag, do his thing. But now I'm just realizing he's a bitch.
Yeah, he's a huge bitch. And like, do you see his apology tweet?
Yeah, dude, it's bullshit.
He was so like, oh, I had no idea, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you danced on his number. Like, you have to have some self-awareness. You go to 16 football games a year.
Yeah, and there's
17.
Chains. There's chains around the number too. Like he had to
well,
step
apparently
over the chains.
He actually was directed to stand in that area.
But
I've seen pictures
on the number though.
Yeah.
See, that's weird to me then.
That's on the football team, but to dance on it is like
just tone deaf. Yeah, super tone deaf.
Yeah, it really is. And it's like, oh man, I just don't like him. I don't like him at all.
I saw too after
like,
the wait, go ahead.
All he does is just piggyback off his brother's success. Without Patrick, he would obviously be nothing, and he tries to act like some big like celebrity. And I don't know. I think he's the worst side of TikTok. People that think that they're important because they have over 100,000 followers on a silly dance app.
I think you're right because like I remember the rise of Jackson Mahomes. I remember when on TikTok he like first started posting videos and people were like, "Hey yo, Mahomes?" Like, what? They just saw his username and were like, "What the fuck? Like this isn't Patrick."
Yeah.
And so I mean you're right. He literally did blow up just because of his brother. But I saw too with Patrick, he did an interview or a post-game interview. He got asked about his brother. It wasn't for the dancing. He hasn't made a comment yet, but it was about when he poured water all over the Ravens fan. And so he was like, he turned it into the most football answer ever, like the most cliche type shit. He was like, "Oh, well, yeah, he's a tough kid. He deals with a lot of stuff, and he's honestly done a pretty good job of handling it so far, but he's going to turn it into a learning experience. I'm sure he'll take this and learn from it." And it's just like, I don't know. It just seemed like he took an on-field answer and applied it to his brother's off-field situation.
Oh, he needs to stop inviting his brother to games.
I don't think that's honestly really an option, though.
This is the second time that he's been an off-field distraction. The little brother.
That's true, though. Yeah, that Patrick has been asked about his little brother and stuff, because I'm sure he's going to get questioned about this.
Oh, I don't know if he has or not. At this point, it's already been like 4 days. So if he hasn't been, probably doesn't want to talk. I wouldn't want to talk about my little brother being a jackass when I'm trying to win football games, especially when the Chiefs are struggling.
Yeah.
I'd be like, get out of here. But if I was Andy Reid, I'd be like, hey, dude, you got to tell your little brother, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised. I mean, it may have happened. That may have been a conversation behind closed doors, I'm sure. But yeah, it does have an effect. I saw too, like Sean Taylor's brother posted a TikTok because somebody commented and said, "How do you feel about Mahomes dancing on the logo or on the number?" And he responded with a video, no facial expression, no words, nothing, just him staring at the camera. And then the song, "I Got Murder on My Mind," AK-47, that,
yeah,
was just playing in the background. So the football community seems to be pretty pissed off about it all.
No, nobody really liked the kid to begin with, and he does some shit like this, and it's like, okay, we have no sympathy. We have no there's no room for you. Like you're not cute. You can't get away with it. I don't know. It's
just annoying. Yeah,
he's annoying. He's slimy.
I can't believe, I don't know. I used to really give him the benefit of the doubt, but now this is the last straw for me. I'm done.
I thought it was kind of funny just because the TikTok videos and he's definitely the antithesis of Patrick Mahomes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes talks like Kermit the Frog, and Jackson
dances like Kermit the Frog.
He looks like Kermit the Frog. He's got a little belly. I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but he sucks. Okay.
All right. We're moving on. Let's do one more and then we'll hit some basketball now because we got Colton waiting. So last one of our football antics, we got Aaron Rodgers over the weekend. They beat the Bears in their rivalry matchup. And when Rodgers scored a touchdown, he was in the corner of the end zone and yelled to the Bears fans and said, "I still own you." And it got picked up on the mic. So it was pretty nice. I liked it. I liked that a lot.
All-time classic moment.
Exactly. It was just such a Rodgers thing too, bro.
I saw that and I was like, you know what? I don't think he's leaving.
He's leaving.
You think he's leaving?
Bro, I think it's done. I mean, I think he's going to play. He's going to ball out. It's Aaron Rodgers. He loves the organization. He loves the fans. He is a Packer at heart, but I think there's just been too much bullshit. He's probably done.
I don't know. I saw somebody said that Aaron Rodgers is acting like he's been treated like Matthew Stafford, but they've really been winning a lot of games this past years. Maybe this year he'll see how good it's been and he'll take it all in. And
they're a good team.
They are a good team.
Yeah, they're a good team.
They should make an in-season trade for Odell.
That would be interesting, actually. I think they should make an in-season trade for some defenders, possibly a cornerback to replace King, because King is he's universally the worst cornerback in the league. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was definitely awesome. My good buddy of mine is a Bears fan, and he obviously hated it, thought it was very disrespectful. And I love how every time Aaron Rodgers digs on the Bears, every single Bears fans just go, his own family doesn't even like him. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? They're all just like, this man doesn't have a relationship with his own mother.
It's because he ended your fucking franchise every year, dude.
Yeah, they're just. I mean, I would probably go for that too.
I would be also upset. Yeah, I won't lie.
It's gotten pretty tired of them just saying the same shit over and over. I'm like, well, Aaron Rodgers isn't wrong when he says that.
Yeah, I would be pretty salty. But the best part about all this is somebody after the game, they went on the Bears Wikipedia page and changed their team owner to Aaron Rodgers.
Saw that.
Yeah, it got taken down pretty quick, but that's pretty funny. All right. We had a few more talking points, but we covered those a little bit longer than I thought. So we'll touch on those probably on Thursday. But for now, basketball. The NBA season just tipped off. I actually am curious what the score is on the Nets and Bucks game. Yeah, Elijah can pull that up. That's going on right now. Lakers Warriors is about to tip off as we are live. If you're listening to the recorded version, it's going to be a bit after, going to be a bit delayed. So it's just another reason, to tune in to the live shows. But we are going to be joined now by Colton Jacob Bison. You have probably seen him on here before. Big NBA guy, big UFC guy. Not a big fight card this weekend, so we're just going to be touching on basketball, making full predictions, talking about some of the biggest storylines coming into this year, and that's that. So we will be right back, joined by Colton. All right, how we doing, Colton?
What's going on, man? Doing good.
Not much. Thanks for being here, as always.
No problem.
All right. You're a little dark in there.
Hey. Yeah, I just noticed that. My fucking lighting is a little weird.
It's 93-106 bucks.
Oh, yeah, I bet. I got that game on right now, man. Giannis is unreal, bro.
Oh, bro, my TV fucking cut off. Wait. Oh, my God. I was in the middle of who won that game, actually? Now I got to check. I know it's NBA, but also MLB. I mean, the playoffs are going on.
Yep.
And I got to see. Dude, the Dodgers fucking won, bro. The Dodgers were down 5-2 in the bottom of the 8th and came back and won. Holy shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I also just made $50 off that, so let's go.
Hell yeah.
All right, but let's go ahead and get right into it. Talk about some basketball. Actually, before we really get into the storylines, you guys are both Mavs fans. So I'm curious to see how you guys feel about the Mavericks this season.
I'll let you go first, Elijah. What you think, bro?
Honestly, don't know. I'm interested to see what Jason Kidd Mavs team is going to look like. Rick Carlisle definitely elevated a lot of lesser teams the past decade, but now we're kind of at a point where it got to the point where Luka and Rick didn't really get along that well. And obviously, if you're going to pick your franchise cornerstone player or your head coach, you're going to go with your franchise guy because he's generational talent. So had to go. Jason Kidd is more of a player's coach. So let's see what can happen. My thing to look out for is what's Kristaps going to do now? And the answer for me is I have no idea.
I've heard very mixed opinions on Kristaps this season.
I don't know, man. Everything I've seen from the preseason, he seems so much better than last year. He seems like he's attacked. I was watching a game against the Hornets where we beat them by 70 points. Something crazy.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I have never seen him, at least not in a Mavericks uniform, attack off the catch as quick as he did during that game. There were fucking 2 times where he literally just caught it and immediately went to the rim. And he looked like he trusted himself a lot more. I don't know if that's you were talking about Luka and Rick, how they weren't getting along. I think a lot more of it was KP and Rick. Just fucking Rick literally put KP in the corner for the whole fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
Just go sit in the corner. You catch and shoot.
Just let Luka work. How long has it been now since KP's big injury? Has it been 3 years now?
You talking about the Knicks?
Well, the Knicks was a while ago.
I mean, that was his biggest injury, though.
Yeah.
It's been about 3 years.
That was more than 3 years, right?
Since it happened, or since he's been with the Mavs and been healthy?
Since he's been since he became healthy, how long has it been?
About 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he hasn't really been healthy, but
That's true.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like I wonder how much of it can be attributed to that, in his rehab and his comeback per se.
I mean, yeah, this is his first offseason in like 3 or 4 years. I think like basically before his ACL injury on the Knicks. This is his first offseason he's had healthy where he actually fucking work on his game and not like be rehabbing an injury.
Right.
Do you think though KP? Do you think a healthy and a better KP though could hurt Luka's chances of MVP? Because right now he's the MVP favorite.
No, I actually think it helps it because it's going to help us be a higher seed.
Right.
He's
Actually,
still,
that's true.
Bro,
That's
he's
true.
still going to get his numbers, bro. Even if it's like slightly down, he's going to have like LeBron numbers instead of the numbers he's been putting up. That's enough to get an MVP if you're a top 3 seed.
Dude, I swear, every time I watch Luka, because I like to bet on a lot of Luka prop bets, and so every time I watch Luka, I swear he'll start out the game. It'll be like he'll have 4 points on like 2 for 8 shooting, and you're like, all right, Luka, what the fuck's going on? And then all of a sudden you check again, and he has 27, and it's like, oh, okay, like he just quietly kills him.
I swear he's always be snapping in like the second quarter.
Yeah.
Second quarter is why I always see him going like a crazy run normally. But yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of it really has to do with like Rick is a great coach, but he arguably was the most. I mean, I've been a Mavs fan my entire life. The last 3 years, I've wanted him fired. A lot of people wanted him gone, dude. He couldn't decide who to play ever besides like our first 5 players. He could never pick a fucking lineup or a rotation to stick to. He couldn't pick a lineup to stick to.
He would tinker a lot.
Yeah, Elijah, did you see that story that Tim Hardaway literally wouldn't know until the day of the game if he was starting?
No.
Rick would literally come into the locker room and be like, hey, you're on the bench or you're starting tonight, like every single game.
Yeah.
Is that really, though, that weird?
Yes. How is that not weird?
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking from like a soccer perspective. They announced the starting lineup 1 hour before kickoff.
You got to remember, though, soccer is so much different than
it is. No, it is. I mean, I know. But I've never really even thought about like how the lineups are set per se and like how much time in advance the players are known. Because, I mean, the way I see it kind of as a professional basketball player, you should be ready to go as a starter. You should be ready to go as a bench player.
I agree with that. But you also got to remember this. It helps you think about and like what you're going to do before a game if you know your role going into the game. Like, don't think of it like right before, like a couple hours before the game happens. Like, you know what you're going to be doing the whole season. It helps.
That's true, yeah.
Helps build continuity too, having a similar lineup all the time. I don't know. That's not even the biggest thing. There's so many players like that would get like 2 minutes one game and then get like 25 the next game. I'm just like,
how are we feeling about Jason Kidd though? Because I honestly have no idea how to feel.
He's not he's okay. He's not like bad. I wouldn't say he's like a bad coach.
I think it's gonna be a coin flip.
My thing is, as long as I want some damn toughness on the team. And from all the accounts talking about when he coached Giannis, he's one of the biggest reasons Giannis became who he is. Taught him like being tough, going to the rim hard, playing physical basketball.
Right.
If he can take some of that, I mean, to be honest, Luka already plays somewhat physical besides a little bit of the foul baiting stuff he did. But that was more just taking advantage of the rules, which you can't fucking do, like not to the same extent you can do anymore, which I personally like that. It's going to make the NBA a lot better. But I mean, as long as if he can instill that into Luka and KP, I think that would help us more than Rick's schemes, which are probably better. But we'll see.
Yeah, meanwhile, my Miami Heat, we're going to the championship. No questions about it. Might as well lock it in, put all your money on it. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, y'all are good. Y'all going to be good.
No, I am very excited this year.
If Oladipo can somehow come back to be 90% of the player he used to be, I would actually pick y'all to win it.
I was just about to say that, like literally he's our X factor.
And if Hero actually comes out and has a good jump, I would pick y'all to win. If those two things happened, y'all would be my favorite in the East, especially if Kyrie doesn't come back.
Dude, if Tyler Hero plays anything like he did in the preseason, he could be 6th man of the year type shit. Like,
I feel like they would start him if he played that fucking good.
You're right. That's what I would think too. But for some reason, even whenever he was in his rookie year, whenever he was going on like his hot streak, he would come off the bench. They liked starting Duncan Robinson over him, which now I think we're gonna go with obviously Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Kyle Lowry. That's 3 guaranteed.
I think PJ probably started too.
That's what I was just about to say. PJ, and then it's probably between Duncan Robinson and Tyler Herro.
Yeah, I mean, Oladipo's out for a while, right?
Yeah, I don't know the exact return date, but it's at least like a couple months, I think.
I feel bad for that dude. I really liked him, and he just can't stay healthy now. He was, dude. When he went to the Pacers, he came out of nowhere. It was so good, and now he's just been hurt. Sad to see.
Yeah, he was really at one point. He was one of the, I would say, the top guards in the league.
Dude, no, like his first year on Indiana, he was right there at the top shooting guards in the league. He was like, I think he was like first team all defense, and I think he won most improved player too.
I was so happy when we signed him, but like we've only seen like 2 games of him in a Miami Heat uniform, so
and he just hasn't been the same player.
Kind of a bummer, but I mean we got a hell of a deal for him. We sent off Kelly Olynyk.
I mean, yeah, but y'all gave up literally nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gave up what? Avery Bradley and Olynyk and like a 2nd round pick.
I think that was it actually. And I mean, Avery Bradley was probably going to leave. Kelly Olynyk was 100% going to leave. So,
dude, and Avery Bradley didn't even make the Warriors roster this year. Did you see that?
Wait, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they cut him.
Damn,
that's tough.
Yeah,
he fumbled the bag, bro.
Yeah,
he's just getting old, man. To be honest.
Yeah, he was really just a true like defensive role player.
Yeah.
All right, well, enough about our teams, though. Let's get into some of the hot storylines for this season. My favorite one to talk about, actually, I don't know. It's between this and Kyrie, which we'll get into Kyrie in a second. But first off is Ben Simmons. What the fuck is going on with him? He literally today just got kicked out of practice.
Yeah,
I haven't necessarily read up on that situation as much, so now I really have no idea what's about to happen with him. What's going on?
Dude, he's a big old baby.
I agree. I agree. He's a bitch, bro.
Yeah, like this is straight up like bitch mentality. And normally, like when guys hold out, you're like, okay, this and that.
Thing is, that doesn't even happen in the NBA, though.
Yeah, it doesn't happen as much in the NBA.
Fucking happen.
Unless it's like the player lockout.
Yeah, but that's totally different.
No, yeah, it's completely different
player
situation.
Holding out does not fucking happen in the NBA. Probably has to do because they have guaranteed contracts.
But the thing that gets me is because what was so egregious for him to start throwing his little temper tantrum that he's going on for the past 6 months? That Doc Rivers said he didn't know if he could win a championship with him or not. Like, really? That's going to set him off?
That was a bad move by Doc, though. You shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
Bro,
but
like,
still, yes,
him and Embiid said, like, it was, like, the fucking truth. I mean, and it wasn't, like, super harmful, like, they were, like, shitting on him. He was just like, I don't know. And then Embiid was like, well, if we didn't pass up that shot, it might have been different. And then Embiid also talked about how he fucking made a turnover after that. Like, they just pointed out stuff that happened in the game, and then Doc was like, I'm unsure if he could be that.
And Embiid didn't start shitting on him until after he made the trade demands. Because then before he was like, blah, 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 whatever. And then as soon as he did it, he was like, we've made so many like compromises for this guy to try to get him to be successful. And then he still isn't successful, and he's still trying to blame it on us and like cater on his game. So he's just, I don't know, everything he does, he's just pointing the finger at them when he should really be pointing the finger at himself and maybe be I think the only time that he actually does train is when he posts it to Instagram. So like, who knows what the hell he's doing? Probably partying. I've heard that Aussies can kind of, once they get the bag, they just kind of like to party and relax because they've made it. I've heard that from because you say the same sentiment with like Daniel Ricciardo and stuff like that from different Aussies around the internet. But I have no idea. But why Ben Simmons is acting this childish.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck about that. It just pisses me off. This dude has literally not gotten better since he got in the NBA almost.
Right, he's the same player.
Maybe not.
He's gotten better.
I was about to say he's gotten better, but he hasn't like stretched out his game. He's still a one-dimensional player.
Bro,
Like,
he's arguably fucking gotten worse at shooting.
Yeah?
He has arguably gotten worse.
How many threes has he attempted in his career? Like 2 or 3?
I bet it's got to be under 10.
2 or 3. Yeah, definitely under 10.
And at least like Giannis isn't a good 3-point shooter, but at least he attempts them.
Bro, Giannis kind of scaring me.
He's gotten better, bro.
Now, bro.
He's gotten better.
His
Yeah,
jumper actually looks kind of smooth now.
and he'll definitely like Westbrook. Maybe attempts too many threes. He's not
Westbrook's a different fucking category because Westbrook, at least statistically, he's the worst volume shooter ever.
Right.
But he is long. If he like pulled it back a little bit, I'd be okay with it.
Right, but at least he still attempts them. Right.
Yeah. No,
Attempting
I agree.
at this point is like because the way that Ben Simmons does it, at least if you just tried, it would be a little bit better. But he doesn't try.
Like I'm about to say, people sag on Westbrook, but they don't literally sit in the paint like they do against Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
Right.
just give him like 5+
like,
feet of space.
I know you're not going to shoot it until you get in the fucking lane, so I don't even have to guard you.
Yeah, and with all this too, I wonder not only is Ben Simmons going to play this season, but what's going to are the 76ers even going to be able to get anything for him? Because if I was, a GM for another NBA team, I would be willing to give you pennies and scraps for Ben Simmons. Like, no way I'm giving up anything substantial, even though his price tag would probably be a few first-round picks and or a star.
I wouldn't want shit from Ben Simmons because, like, dude, the going has gotten a little bit tough and he's completely given up. And like, why would I want?
76ers, you want to get as much as you can. I mean,
I think at this point you have to cut your losses.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what you're saying.
I think you might have to, dude. He's been such a distraction.
You're just gonna
still
cut him?
own 140. No, just trade him and not get everything you can for him because there's no way a team is gonna put up what he's truly worth at this point because he's such a shitbag.
I do agree with that. He has
not cut him,
mentality.
But I'm just saying,
dude, if you cut him, all you're gonna do is pay him $30 million.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, give up on the idea that you're not gonna get an all-star in return for Ben Simmons. That's not going to happen.
I saw a trade the other day I think would be fair. It was like Malcolm Brogdon, either TJ Warren or Karis LeVert, and then like 2 first-round picks. If they got fucking offered that, they're fucking stupid not to take that at this point.
I saw another one too that was with Cleveland. It was Colin Sexton, Kevin Love, a second-round pick for Ben Simmons, and then one of like the 76ers, like, third string guys. I forget who.
I would take that.
Yeah, anything.
If I was the Sixers, I would take that. I mean, Sexton's pretty good.
Dude,
yeah.
Sexton's low-key a stud, and no one talks about him.
Yeah, he's very underrated. He just has like random explosive games. Like, didn't he drop 50 towards the end of the year?
He dropped 50. I think he dropped 50 on the Nets.
The Nets. That's what it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They still lost though.
Yeah.
That's to be expected with the Cavs.
I don't know, dude. If they're really waiting on fucking Dame or Bradley Beal to come available, there's no way they're even gonna fucking trade them for Ben Simmons. I think they get CJ McCollum.
Which honestly wouldn't be that terrible. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, if you compare CJ McCollum to Dame, like that's a big drop.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but like you're saying, like I feel like a lot of teams, not even just, I mean, Ben is a top 5 defender in the NBA. He's probably one of the best finishers in the NBA. He's a great fucking playmaker, especially in transition. Like he's a really, really good player. But all this shit going on, it's like, why would anybody even want you at this point, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is literally like the biggest. All of the NBA drama. Well, I guess I can't say all of it.
Kyrie has a lot of it too.
Yeah, that brings me into our next topic. Let's go ahead and.
But that's not even like, I don't know. That's a totally different circumstance. I feel like.
Oh yeah, I mean the situation is very, very different. Yeah,
he's not being a bitch like Ben. Ben's just being a fucking bitch. I personally don't think he's being a bitch. That's his decision.
Kind of just the way he's gone about it publicly. He's kind of been.
Bro, yeah, the only thing about it, he just acts like he's smarter than everyone. That's the
exactly
the only reason he seems like a bitch. But he's not like Elijah was saying earlier. He's not acting like a child that can't get his way. He's just taking a stance for what he believes.
Well, to an extent, but then the Nets said or he came out without even any rumors or, grounds that the Nets were going to trade him. And he said that if the Nets trade me, I'm retiring.
See,
And
but I also
he said
saw
he
on
only wants to play for the Nets.
I saw on did you see a recording of him saying that?
No, it was like it was one of like the official sports
report. And then he came out on IG Live and he said, "Don't believe that I'm retiring." Like in his own words.
Let's see.
So I've seen both of those things now, and I'm gonna take what he. I mean, it's kind of hard to take what he says sometimes. I
believe him that he's not going to get vaccinated.
Yeah,
I'll believe that.
Yeah, he's 100% not. Yeah, at this point, if you've gone through all this shit, there's no way he would.
I wish OKD could just convince him, like, dude, I promise you're gonna be fine. Just fucking do it.
Yeah,
right.
But we don't even need to get into that shit. But just the whole thing with Kyrie, bro, like it makes me wonder. What I have written here in the notes is, will the big three actually be a big three? Like, is Kyrie even going to get to play? Because there's been at one point the Nets were going to allow him to be I forget the terminology for it, but basically like a part-time player. He would travel with them into states that he was allowed to play where they didn't have like a vaccine mandate like they do in New York.
Yeah.
But then it came down to the Nets basically gave him an ultimatum and said, look, you're not playing this season if you don't get the vaccine. So I don't really know where it's at right now.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's not going to play unless he gets vaccine. And like we were saying, probably not going to get it. So
I think he's just going to wait until all these restrictions pass.
I don't know if they're going to fucking pass.
That's what I was going to say. That I don't know how that's going to work out. Yeah.
I don't know. That's maybe in like a year. That's not a vaccine thing isn't going to be needed anymore. But we've been saying maybe in like a year things will go back to normal, or maybe in 3 months things will get back to normal. Remember when this was supposed to be 2 weeks? That was stupid.
Yeah, or like a month or two.
Yeah. It all started when we were on spring break and we were like, hey, we get an extra like couple days off of class. Turns out we're never going back for a year.
Oh, shit. We moved all online. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I don't even study abroad.
Yeah, oh, shit. I hate online class.
Yeah, fuck that. I was supposed to go abroad too, Elijah. Were you?
Yeah.
Dude,
I was supposed to go in the summer.
Damn, dude.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Shit.
But
no, I don't think Kyrie's playing.
No, I think it's at a standstill right now. The Nets Kyrie has made his intentions clear that he doesn't want to get vaccinated, and the Nets have made their intentions clear, and they respect his decision to not get vaccinated and say that, okay, you don't have to get vaccinated, but you're not going to play with the team.
I will say, yeah, like
that's where they're going to be.
Like Colton, you said he hasn't been childish like Ben Simmons. Yeah, in that regard, it does seem like this situation has been handled a lot more professionally.
Yeah.
Where, like Elijah just said, the Nets are like, look, we respect your decision, but this is our rule, and like vice versa for Kyrie. Yeah, and vice versa for Kyrie. So yeah, because that's true. Like Kyrie has never came out and said, fuck the Nets. Like, I can't believe the Nets are doing this, or like, fuck the state of New York. So that is true. He has done a good job about that, because I'm sure he's probably feeling pretty pissed off, you know.
I mean, yeah, he's probably like, when I signed my fucking contract, there wasn't any mandate.
And
that's true, yeah.
Are we surprised that Kyrie didn't want to get vaccinated? Are we surprised?
Out of anybody in the league, Kyrie would be the one.
I thought it was the most obvious news ever when the headline came out that he couldn't go to like their media day about a month and a half ago. I was like, no shit, Kyrie doesn't want to get vaccinated. The dude thinks the Earth's flat.
And still does. Like,
that's the only thing I'm just like, bro, come on now.
With the flat Earth.
The flat Earth, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, you could say like educated people. I mean, he went to college, bro. Dude should
he went to college for a fucking semester.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. No, but let's switch gears now to another, not necessarily a big three. You could call it a big four, whatever you want to call it. The quad-headed monster of LeBron, AD, Carmelo, and Russell Westbrook. I don't know if I would put Carmelo in the same category as the other three, but
I wouldn't even put Westbrook in that category. But that's just me.
If we're talking household names, it's a pretty big roster.
I mean, then you got Dwight too.
Exactly, yeah. Well, Dwight's going to be. I mean, I guess you could say the same with Carmelo, more of a role player, but
Bro, I mean, in my opinion, Dwight's better than Melo at this point. At least what he brings.
probably, yeah.
Um,
I'm not big on Melo at all at this point. He actually did better than I thought he would at
Yeah.
Portland.
Melo's definitely not a bad player or anything like that.
Well, I mean, it's fucking Melo. Like he
Yeah.
was one of the best at one point in his career.
I agree.
But my question though, and talking point is, will Russell Westbrook, like, will this experiment work out in LA? Like, do you think the chemistry will work out? Because that's always seems to be a question. Like whenever he went to Houston and James Harden, which did not work out together for a second time. So do you think his style of play per se will, match with LeBron and AD?
Okay, first off, I think it did work in Houston, but they didn't have enough fucking talent, so it didn't matter.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, bro, he had the best fucking season of his career, like efficiency-wise. I think they played well. They just didn't have enough talent on that team. They fucking played the Lakers in the playoffs that year. They weren't going to beat them, regardless. This year, there's no fucking way this works, in my opinion.
Really interesting.
At all.
Interesting.
They have their best three players are LeBron's an average to slightly above average shooter. I'd say he's above average mid range, and he's like some nights he's above average 3-point shooter. Also, him and Westbrook are bad at the free throw line, just to point that out. Anthony Davis is not a good fucking shooter from 3-point range. He's a pretty good mid range shooter. Right. Westbrook fucking sucks at shooting in general. That is horrible for spacing, and those are their best three fucking players.
That's true.
In the modern NBA, it just doesn't seem like that should work.
And they gave up one of their best shooters to get him in KCP.
Yeah.
I would say, well, they did add another shooter, though, Trevor Ariza, which isn't – I would say KCP is probably a little bit better. But,
they're probably about the same. They're both, like, above average shooters.
And Kuzma, they've given up Kuzma, too, which, like, as much as Kuzma has been memed, he's a decent shooter.
Yeah,
he's decent. I actually think Kuzma's going to go off in Washington.
I think Kuzma could do well.
Yeah.
He's just fucking annoying to look at.
That's it.
His fashion sense, bro.
Just don't like looking at the guy, but hey, it is what it is.
Looking at the
dude, they fucking signed Wayne Ellington,
that's what I was about to say.
He's a great shooter. I bet he barely plays.
That I was just about to say the exact same thing. Yeah, like Ariza and Ellington, they're decent shooters, especially Ellington. Yeah, but is he going to see the floor?
I don't know.
Yeah, if he goes on the floor, I guarantee he's just going to be put in and told shoot the damn ball every time it touches your hands.
And then you got Malik Monk. Malik Monk's a fucking flamethrower. I think if he actually gets solid minutes, that would do them a lot of justice with their spacing issues. Kendrick Nunn, inconsistent, but he's a pretty good shooter too.
Good defender.
Yeah, he's just small. That's the
only
thing. I mean, I don't think they have a problem on defense, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you're right. They do have a pretty solid
Melo's
defensive lineup.
Unless Melo's out there, that's not going to help. And then Westbrook, he should be a great defender, but he's just likes to gamble. I don't know. I personally hate Westbrook. You can say
he does like to gamble a lot. Yeah,
I like how hard he plays, but everything about his IQ just makes me cringe.
I think the only way, because I'm kind of 50-50 on this. I'm always a big LeBron believer, and that's partially why I think this can work out, because LeBron does such a good job of adapting to literally whatever the team needs are, like scheme-wise.
I think it's more people adapt to him, though. I don't know.
You can say both. It's both. Like, they both feed into each other, per se.
Yeah.
So
I would say people adapt to him because, he's arguably the best fucking ever. People adapt to him because they know he knows how to win and what to do.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I give them any chance.
Well, but like same thing though, like the players adapt to him, but it's also like LeBron has the best game plan, like the best scheme, like knows what's good, like what to do for the players he has, for the personnel he has with him.
I agree for the most part.
So I think that is the main way it could work out, is if Russell Westbrook doesn't try to take over any sort of leadership role in the team, which is that's going to be tough.
I don't see that happen.
That's what I said. That's going to be tough for Russell Westbrook.
It's going to be fucking 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're down by one. Westbrook's going to get that. No, he's going to get that rebound, not look at anyone on the fucking court, drive all the way down the court, pull up mid-range, fucking barely touch the rim, and then LeBron's going to fucking rage at him because they just lost.
So I think in the playoffs it isn't going to work out well.
Yeah.
But over the course of the regular season, over the past like year or two, LeBron has missed time. AD is always missing time.
Yep.
If both those guys are out, Westbrook is a guy that could kind of carry a team through the regular season a bit because he doesn't take games off, and he goes hard in the paint. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But
in the playoffs is where we could see this thing go ugly. Because if this was a stock, I'm not buying it. Right? I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying this experiment.
I'm with you on all of those points. I think he's going to help a lot in the regular season. But when it comes to playoff time, I don't know, man. If it fucking works, I give all the credit to LeBron. Fuck Westbrook. I don't care.
Yeah. You're right. No, you're right. I also agree.
Oh, yeah, because as soon as this works out, if it does, everyone is on Twitter is going to say LeBron is so good he can make Westbrook efficient. And I couldn't argue with that if it does.
Nah,
bro, really, but the haters, bro. The LeBron haters are going to come on there and be like, oh, LeBron couldn't beat the fucking Nets without Russell Westbrook, yada, yada. Like, shut up, dude.
If they say some dumb shit like that, it's like, but they didn't even play last year, so.
Well, I know,
yeah,
but
if they say
I'm just saying because that's the big team in the East. Like,
who cares, bro? Those are all the Lamicki people that don't even matter anyways.
The Lamicki, bro. Fuck those people.
Fucking Lamicki, bro.
Lamicki.
No, but so another one I have is the Bucks. They're playing tonight. They just won. I'm pretty sure it should be over by now.
They won by like 20, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah, I got it going right next to me, man.
Yeah. One thing I want to talk about is, are the Bucks being overlooked this year? Are people, kind of underrating them as a repeat candidate? I personally think they're being heavily overlooked.
I'd say they were until the Kyrie stuff happened. But I don't know, actually, because they should be overlooked if Kyrie, Harden, and Durant are all healthy. I mean, I'm sorry. They barely beat them last year with just Durant for the most part.
You're right, yeah.
They're getting their ass ran if they were all healthy and they played in the playoffs. And they didn't get
I read an ESPN article today of all the experts picking their finals picks, and 10 out of 15 options were Nets, and this was with the Kyrie news.
Yeah,
and then 3 of them were Bucks. So I guess the Bucks aren't really getting their due, and they're still all over the Nets. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. We're gonna see. Because the question has never been how good the Bucks are going to be in the regular season. It's always been what's going to happen come playoff time.
Yeah.
So we're really not going to know how overlooked they really are going to be until, I don't know, April.
Yeah, because we saw night and day from the Bucks in the playoffs, even though they did add Drew Holiday in the offseason in between.
Yeah.
But 2 years ago,
I think he helped a lot, though.
He did. You're right. He did. But 2 years ago, they were projected to almost sweep the Heat, and then they lost in 5. So, and then
they last year
they did sweep. Yeah, they should have got swept. That one game was a bullshit overtime buzzer beater from Chris Middleton.
Yeah,
that was stupid. But yeah, and then the Bucks this year, they swept the Heat. So and they obviously won the finals. So yeah, it was night and day in the playoffs. But I think Drew Holiday helped, and they have found the consistent type rhythm that they needed.
Yeah. One thing I'll say about Giannis, at least it seemed like he was never scared of the moment. That's one thing I really do like about him.
It's so hard not to like Giannis,
keep
dude.
Going. He'd always keep going no matter what, even if he wasn't playing good. He just never saw him stop trying.
Yeah.
He's a
I do get Mavs championship vibes from the Bucks, though, because 2011 vibes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
homegrown superstar, even though he is in his prime and Dirk was aging when the Mavs won. But it was mainly the Giannis show. When we won, it was the Dirk show with a lot of good pieces around him and not superstars usually wins in today's NBA age. So that might have something to do with it. This is more of a one-off championship instead of the start of a dynasty, which is the case most of the time. But that's probably one of the reasons why people aren't picking the Bucks to win at this point of the season right now.
Yeah, I mean, also just all the crazy amount of injuries that happened last year. That's probably
True.
why. One thing I will say though,
Unfortunate.
do you think Chris Middleton is better than anybody Dirk had on that team back then? Because I feel like he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember
Probably.
like the rest of the 2011 Mavs. It was like JJ Barea, Sean
Okay.
Marion, right? Kid.
I'd say the best two players besides Dirk are probably Jason Terry and Tyson Chandler.
Oh yeah.
Tyson Chandler. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say that Chris Middleton is better than both of them were that
I would
year.
agree.
Probably.
Yeah.
I would definitely wouldn't call him like a superstar or anything like that.
He's an
but I
all-star
mean,
though.
I'm about to say he's like a multiple-time all-star and stud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
deservedly
but he's
so.
not. But he's not a superstar. He's not a top 10
No.
player. He's not a Kawhi and Paul George pairing.
No.
He's not. Definitely not. Harden and
I don't think he's that much worse than Paul George. He might be as good as him.
Dude, yeah, I think Paul George is mad overrated, bro. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't agree with that. I think a lot of people think Paul George sucks, and then there's a lot of people that give him too much credit. I think he's got like two extremes.
yeah, he's in that weird range.
Yeah,
of
he's
both,
got two
of where
extremes.
it's-
Some people think he's like the fucking like a top 10 player, and some people think he's like the 30th best player. I'm like, nah, he's like 20s, maybe.
I
maybe
think-
15.
He gets so overrated and underrated that he becomes properly rated.
It's because of his fucking.
Honestly, that's a
playoffs,
good way to
bro.
put it, yeah.
I agree with that though. It's because of
That's
his
a good way to put
playoffs. If he could play every year like he did last year in the playoffs, bro, he would be a top 10 player to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that like that Batman and Robin type thing really works for the Bucks,
Oh yeah,
especially with
agree.
Giannis. Yeah.
and then fucking sprinkling some Drew Holiday, goddamn man strength, just ripping the ball out of people's hands, bro. Dude, that play in last year's finals is still so legendary, dude. Freaking strips Booker, goes down, throws that oop to Giannis.
Dude, I couldn't believe that when it
Feel it,
happened,
bro.
bro.
Dude, that was so fucking crazy, man. That was so awesome.
All right.
It made me sad, but hey, it's okay.
We got to get through these last ones. We've been cutting it up a little bit. We got to get into our predictions, but first, is this finally the year that the East could be better than the West?
Dude, when I saw that topic, I hadn't even thought about that, and I think it might be true.
I think it is.
All right, like let's go through like top 4 teams in the West. Who do y'all have?
Definitely. I'm trying to think if I would put the Jazz in the top 4 again. Actually,
Just
So
give me
Lakers are up there.
Lakers are top
Lakers are
4.
still top 4.
I would say
Nuggets.
Suns.
Nuggets, Suns, and then probably Jazz or
Clippers.
Mavericks or Warriors. They don't have Kawhi.
Yeah, but they don't have
They're
Kawhi.
not top 4.
They're not top 4.
You're
without Kawhi.
fucking tripping if you think they're top 4 without Kawhi.
Is he out all season?
Yeah.
Yes, he tore his
He's out
ACL.
towards
I knew he
ACL.
tore his ACL, but I didn't know when it was. I forgot when it was, so I didn't know
It
if
was
he
in
had
the
it.
playoffs.
Shit. Okay. So,
Yeah.
He out, bro.
all right. Well, yeah. In that case, no. Yeah, the Clippers are not.
Like
Uh,
I'd say it's probably Mavs, Warriors, or Jazz. One of those other teams.
Yeah.
That's the top 7. Let's just do top 7. And then
Right.
in the East, you got Bucks, Nets, Heat, Celtics. Who else?
76ers.
Sixers are still up. That's 5.
Yeah, like the
Hawks,
top.
You didn't even mention the Hawks.
Hawks too.
Yeah, I think the East definitely takes it this
Yeah,
year.
I think you're
the
right.
East is like just slightly better.
Like the teams at the top, I feel like are a lot
Not
better.
even I don't even know about the top, bro. And then you go through like the Hornets are good. The Pacers are good. The Pacers have like 5 like
Chicago.
Chicago's gonna be
Chicago,
good.
yeah, Chicago's a
Chicago's
dark horse this
much
year.
improved.
They have a lot of fucking talent in the East
Yeah,
now.
this is
it's finally
is
balanced
definitely-
again.
It is, yeah. Finally back to. I honestly, I mean, yeah, it is more balanced than it's been in any years in recent past. But
Yeah, no.
I mean, just
think
looking at it, it looks like the East is going to be the king.
it might be better. And then you go like to lower. teams,
LaFraud
like-
goes to the West when the East.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
LaFraud. LaFraud is now in the West.
Oh, of
and the East
course,
is
bro.
finally
when
good.
when the East gets strong, of course, that's when he's in the West.
Of
Yeah,
course,
what a
dude.
pussy.
Fuck off. Whatever.
Just call him the pussy instead.
All right, and then last topic before we get into our full NBA season predictions is who are some of y'all's potential breakout players to watch this season? just maybe like one or two guys you're looking at. I'll go ahead and go first. I
Go for it.
already mentioned one of them is Kyle Kuzma. I think at Washington, it's a pretty good situation for him. He's going to get a lot of minutes with Bradley, even though Bradley Beal is day-to-day right now with an injury. It'll be fine. Bradley Beal is definitely going to be the star of that team. But, I mean, Kuzma could turn out to be the number 2 guy. I don't know. I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie as well could have a good season for them. So, depends on how he is. But that's one of my guys for potential breakout player, Kuzma. And then another one, a more popular pick, is Michael Porter Jr. with Denver. I think this is his year.
That's what I was going to say, bro.
This is his year. He's going to be
Dude,
one of the – he's going to break out.
He's so cold, bro.
He's good, bro.
I
got him in both my fantasy leagues, bro. Let's fucking go.
Man, fuck you. I'm still pissed I didn't get the draft.
Okay, I felt so bad about that. Yeah, so for
those test, bro.
So for those listening, we decided to do a last-minute GTD Sports fantasy basketball league, and with our staff, and Colson was an honorary member of the league as a podcast guest, and so we kind of did it last minute, and a couple people missed the draft, and Colton was one of them. So I feel a little bit bad about that. I auto drafted for like 3 or 4 of my picks as well, so I kind of feel your pain, but not as much.
I'll get some dirty pickups, so it'll be all right.
Did you look through your team? Are you like somewhat satisfied?
I saw a couple people. I got fucking George Paul. Who else do I got? I think I have De'Aaron Fox, who I fucking had last year. Pisses me off. He can't fucking shoot threes efficiently enough. A couple other good players. I didn't really look at it too much though. But yeah,
it's a different beast. It's a different beast. Yeah, I mean, sometimes auto draft teams end up being the best. So
yeah,
never know. But anyway, back to the breakout players. Who do you guys got? I got Kuzma and Michael Porter Jr. are my 2 guys.
Elijah, you want to go?
Yeah, give me Zach LaVine for one. I think that
can he be a breakout player?
I was just about to say that. I don't know.
So cold last year already. I get what you're saying though, because they'll be a winning team though. I get what you're saying. A lot more people are going to notice him. I think are you talking about more like most improved, Ryan?
I guess, but more so like potential breakout in the sense that they're going to become
more covered and stuff.
Yeah, more covered, more respected.
Okay. Then I think Zach LaVine deserves to be in that conversation because he's going to have a better team. He's the best player on the team. So I agree with that. That makes sense.
And then, another one I had LaMelo too, but just because I just love watching LaMelo. I mean, he was rookie of the year last year, so I mean, he technically already has broke out. But man, I love watching him play. He's still not all the way. He's good TV.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna shoot up like you gotta have him in prime time type shit, like national televised games.
I agree. I want to see him versus Luka a lot.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think 2 players I would look out for. I have a few, to be honest. I have more than 2, but I'm gonna name.
Hey, go for it.
Miles Bridges on the Hornets.
Oh yeah, I've heard something about him too. Yeah,
bro, Miles Bridges, he's gonna be a monster. I just have a feeling as long as Gordon Hayward doesn't take too many of his minutes and his touches. I mean, they can play together because he played a lot of power forward last year too. But I think it was when Hayward was injured last year, like the last 20-some games, Bridges averaged almost like over 20 points a game. And he's like good ass shooter. He shoots like over 40 from 3. And I'm sure y'all have seen his dunks, bro. He's an athletic fucking monster. Yeah. He is a monster, bro. And he's young. It's like his 3rd or 4th year in the league. So I'd look out for him, bro. I think he's going to be a stud. I was thinking Michael Porter Jr. earlier. I think he might average like 25 this year, bro.
Bro, yeah. At least 20 points a game, bro.
I think I made a bet with some. I think I made a bet with one of my friends that he'll average over 25 until the All-Star break. Like after that was like the chunk of games we picked that'd be averaging 25 or over, especially because Jamal Murray won't be back yet.
Yeah, and especially if he can stay healthy himself.
Bro, which he has besides missing his rookie year. Like he hasn't really missed a bunch of time since he's been back with his back injury from then.
Yeah.
Another player I was looking at I think is going to be be really good, and I've liked him for a while, is OG Anunoby on the Raptors.
Yep. I have him. He's actually once we get into our predictions, he's one of my picks for the awards. But yeah.
Not this year, but last year when they had a good run in the bubble and almost I don't know, it wasn't the Celtics. They made it to the second round and made it to a game 7 against the Celtics in the bubble, I believe. I was watching him. I was like, dude, with these limited amount of opportunities, he looks so fucking skilled and he's so young. And then he just keeps getting better. He had that crazy game winner in the bubble, if y'all remember, that buzzer beater 3. Like Lowry threw it over the defense all in the corner. He just like put it up real quick and made it. I think he's going to be a stud. He's already a stud on defense. He's a big-bodied wing, and he can shoot. And he's looking a lot better with his footwork and everything when he goes in the paint. He's going to be fucking good. And then Jordan Poole and the Warriors, too. I really like Steph. I want him to have some help, and I hope Jordan Poole keeps doing what he's doing, especially when he's looking in the preseason, bro.
Interesting. I got a
monster.
On tonight's tip-off bet. I chose the under for Jordan Poole's points, rebounds, and assists. It's set at 24.5.
Oh.
Yeah, 24.5. I mean, that's kind of a lot.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's pretty much the fucking no, Wiggins is probably still the second option as of now. But I don't know. It might be Poole, bro. Just depends.
Another one I almost put in my top 2, but I'll put another extra one is Nickeil Alexander-Walker on the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans roster is like wide open for potential breakout players.
Especially because they just let Lonzo walk.
Yeah, they have so many young guys. I mean, just look at like Jackson Hayes. A lot of people are hype on him too, even though he hasn't really gotten that much opportunity yet. Yeah. Devontae Graham, I think Devontae Graham actually might be another breakout player too. He was pretty solid on the Hornets.
Yeah, I really don't like him, but maybe.
I don't know. I just think the opportunity is there for like anybody on the Pelicans to go out and take it. Really.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, though, they're really not going to be that good of a team this year.
It doesn't. I mean, they're going to be better than last year. At least their spacing's not going to be fucked with Eric Trashcan Bledsoe and then fucking Steven Adams.
They got Valanciunas too.
Valanciunas can at least somewhat shoot. He can somewhat stretch the floor, and he's better than Steven Adams. So,
yeah.
And they don't, like I said, they don't have fucking Eric Bledsoe who can't shoot, and he's running point guard. So they'll have 5 people on the floor except for Jackson Hayes when he gets on the floor that can shoot. So it'd be good for them.
All right, we've been droning on now. It's time for the official NBA season predictions. We're going to go through just about every award, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, all that stuff. And then at the end, give our finals matchup and prediction for the finals winners. So for me, I'm going to start off. Do you guys want to go by award, or do you just want to go one person, read them all off at one time?
Let's go by award.
Yeah, go by award.
All right, so starting off with MVP, I'm pretty sure we're all going to agree on this. I know Elijah and I agree on it, and Colton, I'm pretty sure you will too. But I'm going with Luka Doncic at plus 500 odds.
Is he top odds?
He is the favorite, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was funny when you sent me the outline and you already had Luka written in for me, and I was like, yeah, okay, I guess.
Yeah, I literally wrote it. I copied and pasted because I knew, like. Yeah. Colton, you're kind of hesitating. You have any other pick?
I don't know, man. KP just scares me, bro. Like, a lot of it depends. Like I said earlier, a lot of it depends on him.
Mm-hmm.
If he's healthy and he plays well, we could be a top 3 seed. And if we're a top 3 seed, I think Luka gets it.
Right.
But if that doesn't happen, I think I would go with Durant.
I like Durant too.
I think I'd go with Durant. Well, I don't know. It could be fucking Harden too. It just depends who the voters want. So, yeah.
At this point, probably Durant's due for another one.
So if you had to make an official pick, would it be Luka?
I'd still have to go with Luka because he's just going to put up the stats, and he's clearly the best player on his team.
Yeah,
Durant is slightly better than Harden, but it's not like it is to KP and Luka.
Yeah, and Harden might even be better statistically. Just because
I'm about to say he might put up better stats because he's probably going to have fucking 10 to 12 assists a game and close to the same amount of scoring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Won't be as efficient, though.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. And then next up, Coach of the Year. I'll start us off. I'm going with Nate McMillan at the Hawks at plus 1,400 odds. I think it's good value here. The Hawks, I think, could potentially get a 4 seed in the East if they really, play their best basketball. Trae Young has been an MVP candidate. People have talked about him potentially breaking out for that. So I like Nate McMillan a lot. I think he's one of the better coaches in the league. He's already had some success. So I think it's a good pick.
For me, I picked Ty Lue. I just think that last year he showed that he wasn't just LeBron's puppet by taking a Clippers team without Kawhi over the Jazz. And then maybe they could probably, if they sneak in as like a 5th or 6th seed without Kawhi, I mean, probably get Coach of the Year.
That's true. There's a lot of potential for him if they do well without Kawhi.
Okay. I could definitely see that. I want to say Steve Nash, but I feel like he would never get it with the people.
He's actually one of the favorites.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's like the second highest favorite.
Shit.
Jason Kidd is as well.
Yeah, I want to say Jason Kidd, but I can't just fucking pick Mavs for every fucking award.
I got a couple Heat players.
Also, I don't think Jason Kidd's that good of a coach, but we'll see. I'd probably go with... Dude, I think I'd go with Steve Nash. Just they can get a top seed without their third best player, and they show out. Like he could definitely end up winning it. So,
I mean, yeah, there's a reason that he's listed as one of the favorites. Yeah,
I'd go with him.
All right, so defensive player of the year, I'm gonna go with this one's slightly a homer pick, but it's also like there's reasoning behind it. Bam has been so close the past 2 years. He's clearly one of the best defensive big men in the league. So I'm going with Bam Adebayo plus 1,400 odds to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I also
players, bro. But continue.
Yeah, I also have Bam. He got second last year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he got second.
So
I didn't.
I'm pretty sure he
know
finished
that.
second. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just see him taking it over as getting that award. So
Rudy
Easy pick
Gobert
for me.
is the heavy favorite.
Bro, if he gets another one, it's gonna piss me off so much.
Exactly, though. Exactly, bro.
I mean, don't
see
get me wrong. He's amazing, and he's literally the only reason their defense isn't garbage, as we saw in the playoffs. People couldn't fucking contain their man, and when he wasn't there to protect the rim because he was getting stretched out to the three-point line, they fucking suck. So, I'm gonna go with. God, I want to say AD. I'm gonna go with Ben Simmons when he gets traded.
Dude, actually, though, Ben Simmons is like the third highest favorite still,
Bro,
even with all this shit going on.
He's amazing on defense.
I mean, yeah, he is. He's one of the best defenders in the league for sure. It's just, will he see the floor enough, though, to win Defensive Player of the Year?
As long as he gets traded early on in the season, that's my pick.
All right, which will probably happen with the way things are going. So
I fucking hope so. I'm tired of this bullshit.
yeah. All right, next up is most improved player. We already kind of talked about it, but I'm going with OG Anunoby at plus 2,800 odds. This is juicy odds for what I think he should be more favored. I really think there's a lot of room for him to improve. So give me OG.
I mentioned him earlier as well. I got Zach LaVine as my most improved player. I just think that the Bulls are just going to ascend a little bit. Probably like be 6th seed. So, and he's definitely going to lead the charge with that. So I got Zach LaVine.
All right.
Interesting. Okay. Go with MPJ.
Michael Porter Jr.
I have to.
Yeah, I mean it was really a coin toss for me between him and OG Anunoby.
I want to go with Poole, but I don't think Poole's going to get enough opportunity.
I think Michael Porter Jr. is the favorite.
He has to, bro. He has to be. Jamal Murray's not there, and Jokic loves to pass, and he sets him up real nice.
Okay.
I think he probably is the favorite too. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Pretty sure he is.
Would not surprise me.
He's got to be at least one of the favorites. Yeah.
He's at least got to be in one of the top 3.
All right, and then 6th man of the year. It's a little bit of a homer pick again, but I really believe in him. Okay, like I said, bro, if he plays anything like he has in the preseason, this award is his. Give me Tyler Herro plus 2,000 odds for sixth man of the year. I almost took Terrence Ross was my other pick. Terrence Ross for Orlando.
Yeah.
I got Kevin Hoarder.
I like
Waiter.
that.
He's one of the favorites,
I like that.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think Terrence Ross could get it if he gets traded somewhere else. No one's going to pick a sixth man of the year on a shit team.
That's true. That's a good point, yeah.
I'm going to go with Jalen Brunson.
Really?
Should have won it last year. I don't care what anyone says.
All right.
Okay. I like that.
Man almost shot 50, 40, 90 last year off the bench. Should have got it, bro.
How many shots a game was he taking, though?
I don't know, but he averaged like 14 points off the bench. And he had like
solid.
3 or 4 assists, too. Efficient, bro.
All right. And then rookie of the year, I actually have 2 picks. I have one official pick and then one fun pick. My official pick is Jalen Suggs at plus 650 odds. Even though he got drafted to a shitty team, I think he was, even though he was what was he? Was he picked 5th or 6th?
4th, I think.
4th.
No,
4th?
No, it was 5th.
It's 5th. It's 5th.
Yeah.
Scotty Barnes is 4th.
Yeah. So I was surprised. I thought he was the king of the Jalens. Jalen Green went 2nd. I liked Jalen Suggs better in college, so I'm gonna ride with him to translate better in the NBA. That's my official pick. Now, my fun pick is Josh Giddey with the Thunder at plus 2,300. My man's is a meme on TikTok, bro. He is so funny on there. So I gotta just ride with him.
For me, I got the number 1 overall pick, Cade Cunningham.
It's the smart pick.
Honestly, it isn't that much of a bitch pick because it's not a guarantee every year anymore that the rookie of the year wins, or the number 1 pick wins rookie of the year.
I wonder when
was
the last time that happened.
I think that I don't remember, but I know for the past 2 years it's been the 3rd pick, right? Because
LaMelo was number 2.
LaMelo was 3.
No, it was 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was number 2 overall.
Who was number 2 last year?
Wiseman.
Wiseman.
Yeah. Edwards. Yeah. That makes sense.
And then before that was Luka. No, before that was didn't John Morant win? John Morant was 2.
John Morant was 2. Yeah.
John Morant was 2. And before that was Luka 3. When was the last time Ramon overall pick won it? It's been a minute.
Let me see. Let's see. I'm gonna look up Rookie of the Year award by the year.
Ben Simmons won it, but it wasn't his actual rookie year.
Yeah, that is true. He won it in 2018. Wasn't his real rookie year. Malcolm Brogdon was in 2017.
Yeah, Brogdon was like what 30 something. He was a 2nd round pick.
Karl Anthony Towns. What? Where did he?
Okay.
Was he number 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say. I knew he was.
Cat was the last one, and that was like 2015.
2016. Yeah. Before that was Andrew Wiggins and Michael Carter-Williams, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, Blake Griffin. List goes on.
Yeah. So basically, Cat, Wiggins, and then fucking Blake Griffin, like the last ones to do it.
Yeah.
My pick, I'm gonna go to Scotty Barnes, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
I don't know if he's gonna get enough opportunity, but dude, he's looking nice, bro. I think he's gonna put up a lot of assists, and then he's gonna get a decent amount of points. A lot of the rookie year stuff is like someone's narrative, but a lot of them just like to see points and then just stats in general.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be interesting.
Yeah, the rookie of the year is tough. Like last year, I picked Killian Hayes on the Pistons, bro, because I thought I was like, that's a dark horse, bro. He's not bad. He got fucking hurt. What are you talking about?
Dude, he looked bad when he's.
He played for like 2 weeks, bro, and then he tore his hip lateral. I don't even know, dude. Something in his hip. He got fucked, and I lost my money. Whatever. Okay. You know what, bro? Fuck it. Desmond Bain should have won Rookie of the Year last year.
Desmond Bain's good.
He's cold, bro.
I put a little play on that.
Yeah, I remember that. Like 10 for 900.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Solid odds. All right. Oh, that's like the last of the major awards. And then for our finals matchup, I know you guys kind of talk shit on the Lakers. I still believe in LeBron just because it's LeBron. And that is really the entire reasoning behind my pick is because I think LeBron is going to get another ring before he's done. And if it's not this year, it's next year. If it's not next year, it's the year after that. So give me the Bucks versus the Lakers in the finals, and I'm taking the Lakers to win it all.
Oh, my God.
LeBron's getting a ring, baby. Fuck Carmelo. Fuck Russell Westbrook. Just give it to LeBron.
Mickey.
Fuck you. No, what are y'all's picks then, huh?
I'm gonna take Nuggets, Nets, and Nets to win it all.
Nuggets.
I was just about to say, interesting. All right.
Bro, with Jamal Murray back, I think you could argue they're the best team in the West, though.
When does he come back?
I don't know. I don't know his exact timetable, but I know it'd be near the end of the year.
I'm gonna Google that.
Because I don't think – because my reasoning there is that, like, I don't think that the Lakers are going to get it done. I don't think that Phoenix can go back again. And the Mavs, I'm waiting to see what Jason Kidd coach team is going to look like. And then so we have the Nuggets right there. Y'all are hyping up Michael Porter Jr., who's obviously going to be much improved. And then they're going to get Jamal Murray back. And then, of course, they have Nikola Jokic. So it could happen.
It could. I mean, it could happen. I didn't think the Suns were going to the finals, but they fucking did. So
I just want to point out, I'm pretty sure I was on this podcast and I called the Suns going to the finals last year.
You were right. You did, yeah.
I called the fucking Nets and they didn't get hurt, man. No, I was gonna be right.
My dark horse was the Bucks that same episode.
There you go.
I feel good about that one
too.
I fucking forgot what I said, but I was wrong.
You were wrong a lot during the playoffs last year.
I'm gonna be a real homer with the pick here. I don't give a shit. I believe fully in the Mavericks.
Oh God,
Mavericks. All the way they're winning it. Who are they gonna play? I don't think the Bucks make it.
The Mavs win, bro.
I think the Mavs are gonna beat the Nets in the finals.
Oh my God, bro.
Actually,
I like
you know what?
it.
Fuck that.
I like
Mavs versus Heat in the finals. And we fucking beat the Heat again. Fuck the Heat.
Bro, oh my God. If it's the Heat and the Mavericks, bro, that
easy
will
dub
be.
for the Mavs.
I will fucking love that, dude. I would love that so much, unless we lost.
Sweep every win by like.
Unless we lost.
Bro, fuck no, yeah, exactly.
Average like 40, 10, and 10 on Jimmy Butler's head. And I love
Bro,
Jimmy.
fuck no. What are you
And
talking
I
about?
love Jimmy. He's getting fucking sauced by the
Bro, Tyler Harrow himself
Tyler
will drop
Herro
a 30-point double-double every game.
You know, I would say someone lock him down, but we don't have perimeter defenders. Reggie Bullock locking him down, bro.
Reggie Bullock.
Bullock locking him down, baby.
Oh, dude. I actually, though, I mean, of course it would suck if we lost, because then I would just have to deal with, like, every Mavs fan that I know shitting on
all
me.
Of your friends.
Yeah, exactly. So, but if the Heat won, I could literally just strut around everywhere I go, like, fuck you, let's go.
Like fuck you. That was bullshit. Jimmy probably averaged 20 free throws a game, just like Dwayne way back in the day. But anyways, that's a different topic.
Hey, whatever gets the win, you know? All right, and then last topic for predictions is a dark horse team. Who is the team you think could make the playoffs, maybe upset a team in the first series, maybe, you know, ruin some expectations? And for me, that team is the Memphis Grizzlies. I really like the Grizzlies this year. I think they're a playoff team. Barely, but they're a playoff team.
I'm going to go with the Hornets for mine.
Okay, yeah.
I like I said, I love LaMelo. Bridges is good too. And then if I were to pick another one too, maybe the Kings. Halliburton's
Really?
pretty
Okay,
good.
really?
Halliburton's not too bad. De'Aaron Fox is ascending.
But
I'd love
Hield,
to
I
see
mean, they
them.
got the guys.
I'd
But
love to see them in the playoffs, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Can I do one per conference?
yeah.
Yeah, go
Because
for it.
I think I'm going to go in the East. Do the Hawks count as a dark horse?
They did kind of go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was also with a bunch of injuries and then the Ben Simmons shit. They should have fucking got clapped by the Sixers.
All right, we'll let you go with it.
Well, we could either go with them or I could also see the Pacers winning a series too, especially with Rick there now. I
True.
could see that. And then in the West, I want to say the Warriors. I don't know if that counts either.
I think it counts, actually.
I feel like that counts because they didn't even make the playoffs last year.
That definitely counts, yeah.
I think I could honestly see them get into the conference finals.
So wait, who is your pick out of the East?
I was going with the Hawks.
Hawks? Okay.
Yeah.
Hawks.
Or the Pacers. I mean, if the Hawks doesn't count, I'd go with the Pacers. I could see the Pacers beating someone in this series.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, That's all we got for prediction wise. Shit. Oh, dude, just talking about basketball, man, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just jazzed me up for the season. Like, I'm ready. Even though, sadly, do you know when the Mavs, are they playing tomorrow?
I don't play till Thursday, bro.
Yeah, and same with the Heat. Who do you guys open up against?
Do you remember, Elijah? I don't remember.
No, I don't either.
Let's see.
I know the Heat, bro. We open up against the
Atlanta.
Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'll be a good game.
More Trae Young versus Luka talk.
That'll be a really good game.
That's probably a smart opening game by the NBA, honestly.
I wish it was against the Clippers. Okay, I wish we just open up against the Clippers the entire time Kawhi and PG are still there. Every single year.
Excuse me. Ooh. They kind of fucked the Heat though, because now the Bucks have one game, under their belt. They have that. They got their fresh legs.
Oh, they're starting against. They're opening against the Bucks.
Yep.
That kind of sucks. Yeah.
It does, dude. But the
Giannis
Vegas
come out and drop 6 threes on y'all, boy.
The Vegas odds makers only have the Bucks as 1-point favorites, so they kind of have it as like a 50-50 game.
Is it in Miami?
Yeah,
that makes sense though.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. I always forget now too, with like COVID and everything. Home court advantage might be a lot bigger of a factor than it was last year.
Yeah,
wasn't for the Knicks.
That's true.
If anything, it helped Trae Young.
Yeah, I put Trae Young into his element, dude.
I feel like it never is for the Knicks because every player likes going and playing at Madison Square Garden.
It's true.
Like every good player lives for that shit, bro.
Yeah, everybody dreams of that. Yeah, that would be pretty sick.
Yeah, that would.
All right, well, that is all we got for our NBA season predictions. I'm sure we'll be talking more about the NBA as the season goes on now. This is just absolute prime time for sports. I mean, we got NBA tip-off, MLB playoffs, NHL opening week, college football, NFL are in the heat of it. This is just, if you're a sports fan, October, November, December, this is the shit you live for, okay? We're going to be talking about all this shit. I'm sure Colton will be back on the podcast again to talk MMA as well, not only just NBA. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be posting after this episode on Instagram, Twitter, all of our predictions. I'll make a little graphic of some kind so you can see what we picked for this year, whether you disagree or agree. Fuck you. We're right. You're wrong. But anyway, that's our NBA segment. So thank you, Colton, for being on here, and I'm sure we will see you again. And yeah, thanks for being here.
I am, man. No problem.
All righty, peace. All right.
Do you want to skip baseball talk and go straight to Love It or Loathe It?
Yeah, we're kind of a little bit over time. I guess we can just gloss over it. I mean, we were going to talk about MLB a little bit, but all you really got to know is that the Braves look for real. They almost beat the Dodgers again tonight. They had a crazy comeback, but Braves are up 2-1 right now, and then the bats are alive in the Red Sox Astros series.
Yeah, the totals hit like every single game except tonight. Last time I checked the score, it was 2-1 Sox. That series has definitely been interesting. Man, I wonder how much the Red Sox organization is just kicking themselves for dumping off Mookie Betts.
Oh, God, bro.
Because they thought they weren't going to be competitive for a couple of years. And here they are in the ACLS. Not 2 years later. Yeah, ALCS, sorry.
No, yeah, dude. Mookie Betts, bro, speaking of him, he has been absolutely unreal in the postseason. He has like a .414 batting average and I think 3 or 4 home runs. Fucking insane, dude. Insane.
He's good at baseball.
He's very, very good at baseball.
But all right, let's get some Love It or Loathe It.
Let's hit it.
Do you want to hit it first or me?
I'll take the first one.
All right, so Chicago Sky win the WNBA title.
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna love it, okay? Because Sue Bird, yes, sir. I believe this is the first title in Chicago history for them. I do think it's very ironic that the WNBA fucking championship, literally the finals, was only streamed on ESPN Plus. Like, it wasn't even on the actual broadcast channel. That says all you need to know about the WNBA and their standing.
Well, I was at a bar one night and it was playing. And bars usually don't do streaming; they usually have cable. So
I mean, you're right about that, but when they were advertising, it kept saying live on ESPN Plus.
maybe they're just advertising ESPN Plus
I
because it was
guess
also
maybe.
on ESPN Plus.
I guess maybe they were trying to plug it. But anyway, love it. Got their first title. Good for them. I know with all the other sports going on right now, I'm sure the sports world wasn't necessarily paying too much attention to this, but good for them.
All right. Ole Miss will have Manning at the end of each end zone to honor Eli Manning and jersey number retirement. And this is kind of like how the NFL kind of has like end racism at the end, not like the actual end zones, but like the end of end zones. But interestingly enough, this is also the same week or the same game that 5-star recruit Arch Manning will be making his official visit to Ole Miss.
Oh, I love this mostly because of that last part you just mentioned, the Arch Manning aspect. That's going to be electric. I'm sure everybody, whenever Arch Manning makes, a college tour, college visit, his official visit, the universities have been showing out. Like the student section, what was it, Georgia? They painted themselves to say like, we want Manning or something like that.
Yeah.
So everybody wants this guy. This is a great way, get some hype around it. And of course, I mean, it's the Eli Manning jersey number retirement. So I think it's going to be sick. Yeah.
Okay. The Browns QB1, RB1, RB2, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, starting left tackle and right tackle are all out or potentially out for Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, I'm gonna load this one. Do you know who they play on Thursday?
Shit, who do they play actually? That's a good
I'm curious
question.
now.
But I do know that this is the most inconvenient Thursday Night Football schedule ever.
Yeah, they play Denver. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and load this. I mean, you never want to see injuries, but I mean, for a primetime game to be watching a bunch of backups out there, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So I'm gonna load it.
Yeah. Bleacher Report made a Naruto opening theme, NBA theme, and it's kick-ass.
I haven't seen this yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and love it anyway because that sounds sick. Is it like just a theme song or was it a video per se? Like what?
It's a video. Exactly? It's like a remake of a Naruto video, and they used the song that was actually in Naruto.
Okay, cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and love that one. Why? Oh God, I have no idea what just happened. Bro, I accidentally clicked my mouse, and my mouse has like a back button. So I just exited the studio. Okay, sorry. For those that are watching, I don't know what just happened. We're still live, so we're good. But
okay.
For some reason, I clicked like the back button on my mouse. All right, anyway, let's finish this shit out. Fuck it. All right. So switch over to you now. First up, Derrick Henry is on pace to break the rushing record. He's currently at 783 yards.
Yeah, I love this. The dude's a beast. He's on a tear. Monday Night Football is awesome to watch again. I hope that he does it in 16 games, not 17, because if he did in 17, that'd be kind of bullshit. But yeah, love it.
100%. Yeah, I think that would make it all the better if you could do it in 16.
Make it definitely better if he did it in 16.
All right, next up, Draymond Green says that he hates how he can turn on a TV show about basketball and learn nothing about the game of basketball. And he also says the only thing he's learned by watching these shows is that Ben Simmons does not want to play for the 76ers.
I absolutely love this. Okay, so like when we talk about Ben Simmons, these are the type of shows that I get to like get that kind of analysis, right? Mm-hmm. You know, guys like us just chatting around. But when I turn on ESPN and put on The Jump or NBA Tonight or whatever it is, and they're still talking about Ben Simmons the way we would, it's stupid. Like, I want to get that to gain some knowledge. Draymond definitely has some good points that ESPN and some of the other sports entities have gone a little bit too far in the infotainment section, trying to sell themselves as journalism and not, what's it called? what's that show called with Whoopi Goldberg back in the day, where all the women are on?
Oh, I know what you're talking about too.
Why is it on the tip of my tongue? But whatever.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the talk show.
But yeah, I agree. We need more actual in-depth analysis. I would love to do in-depth analysis too, but I also didn't play professional sports, and we don't have the resources to provide that. So
I was gonna say, yeah, if we had a little bit more resources, we could probably, like film to analyze, that's something we're looking into too. We're probably soon gonna be getting the NFL film
I'm
pass.
gonna buy that tonight. I just need to get paid by Jack and Noah.
Okay, bet. Yeah, blanket coverage podcast, guys. Yeah, everybody at GTD, we're kind of pitching in. We're going for the NFL film pass, and that way we'll be able to break down some film, analyze some specific players, specific plays, and more so talk about like their actual play style rather than just their stats and
right,
storylines and whatnot. But anyway, back to Love It or Loathe It. So next up, we got Karl Anthony Towns says that his pregame ritual to pump him up this season is to watch a video of two gorillas fighting to death.
I love this. This is fucking weird. It's super weird. I'm pretty sure he's going to get a strongly worded at or DM on Twitter from PETA. It's kind of funny. Still funny, though.
Yeah, I guess I didn't even think about it. They literally fight to the fucking death. That is weird. Yeah. All right. Last but not least.
Him up.
Yeah, exactly. Like what?
Come on.
Last but not least, the new Batman movie trailer came out and it looks dark.
I'm gonna love this one too. I'm a big comic book movie fan, and anytime they're gonna put a new spin on the comic book movie genre, I'm all for it. So this is gonna be like, nearly 3 hours long, and it's gonna be a neo-noir movie. And so it's going to be like super like detective style, and it's super dark, and Robert Pattinson's actually a good actor. So I'm looking forward to see him.
I forgot he was the next Batman. Yeah.
Bro, and Zoe Kravitz is in it, and Zoe Kravitz is one of my favorites for sure. She's going to be Catwoman. She's the new Halle Berry for sure. She looks a lot like Halle Berry in the Catwoman suit that was in the trailer. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely like, it reminded me of like when they made the Joker movie. This is the Batman version of that Joker movie.
Okay, yeah. I like that Joker movie. I'm really not a big, I like Marvel and I like the Avengers and stuff, but honestly, I've never really been into DC. Like I've only seen one of the Batman movies. I think it was the Dark. Yeah, like I'm honestly just not super into Batman. I don't know why.
You need to watch the Dark Knight trilogy.
I think the one. Which one did I watch? It was like the Dark Knight Rises.
With the Joker or with Bane.
It was the one where the Joker like blew up the hospital.
That's Dark Knight. That's definitely the best comic book movie of all time. But yeah, you should definitely watch.
I like that one.
You should definitely watch all the Christopher Nolan Batman movies at least. Some of the DC cinematic universe movies are not that good. Some of them are good.
Yeah, I just watched Suicide Squad was really disappointing.
The new Suicide Squad that came out was badass, though.
I've heard that it's a lot better. Yeah, I've been trying to convince my girlfriend to watch it with me.
If you have HBO Max, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just watch it.
Everybody has HBO Max now. Everybody has fucking everything, dude. There's so many streaming. Like literally, the whole point of like cutting the cable, getting rid of DirecTV, Dish, and all that is to save money. But then now every cable broadcast network like NBC, CBS, they all have their own streaming services. So like it's going to end up being the same thing.
That's why I refuse to get like Paramount Plus and Peacock and a couple others. Peacock. I was like, that's dumb. But HBO Max, like with the movies that come out day one that should be in theaters. Psh.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're worth it. Yeah, you can watch movies. Yeah. It's definitely worth it. All right. Well, that is all we got for this week's episode. A lot of NBA talk today, and of course, some football antics at the beginning of the episode. But that's it. We're going to be back here on Thursday at 5 o'clock for another live episode. If you didn't catch the live episode, it'll be up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything like that. So you can find us there. Check us out on our website as always. And yeah, that's all we got this week. So we'll be back here Thursday live on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, everything at 5 p.m. Central Time. So we will see y'all then. Thanks for listening.